The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Yellow Jackets will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Georgia's offense will have the opening possession of the game. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
I love the offense coming out being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away. But the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Yellow Jackets will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Forced out of the pocket. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting the score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it, because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that.
Makes the ground right side. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah lane.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. The running back has it. Shakes off the defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Found the spot in the defense. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, it's Gibson. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Bulldogs have this offense rolling. To the ground. He's got it again. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious...
Looking for the end zone. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Garrett. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Virginia Tech is in danger of getting demolished today. And while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 14 to Virginia. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for a
touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Wiley. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
It's a big stride inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Trying to set up the screen. Next going for the goal line. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Trying to surge it in. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try to pound their way in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a gap. It's Gibson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when he breaks into the open. They finally get Good stop of this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking downfield on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed on the outside, it's Taylor.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver. And you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Moving out of the pocket. Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Grabbed behind the line, it's White. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Georgia sent out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Hard running there. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. He makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Stockton. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC would be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He moved to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets complete.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have.
There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Gibson. Bulldozes his way through. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Offense working from the pistol. They go to the ground. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 8 over Cal. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw at Stockton. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell when he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, and swatted the ball down and made a nice play.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Hunt is on its way. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He's taking the deep shot. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Here's the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's taking the shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Setting up the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Touchdown, Dogs! Fit it in the window for the score.
Sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And he knocked through the extra point, pretty meaningless in the grand scheme, and the game is over. And so the Ramblin' Wreck make it all the way to the finish line as Georgia Tech takes this edition of Clean Old-Fashioned Hate. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA